ready or what?
As ready as I can be.
We just walked around in the store in our matching Jaws shirts. We looked really cute.
I don't think anyone noticed though.
Nobody cares about us. So hopefully Tilly stops whining, but we got pine berries, as I said earlier, and it made this look like, first of all, it kind of looks like throw up. Mm-hmm. Second of all, Tilly. Jeez. Second of all, it kind of just looks like flesh.
It does. It looks like we were sharks and we bit a huge chunk of flesh and put it in a blender.
Yeah, so maybe that works out for us in our favor, but these were supposed to look like blood.
And it definitely doesn't.
Well, no. So it's because we bought the pine berries. If we would have gotten regular strawberries, then it would have looked like blood, but we kind of messed that up.
Oops. Whatever.
Oh. Anyway, enough talk about throw up.
Welcome to our Jaws
Summerween special!
Summerween special, whatever that is.
I'm back from the dead.
Kelly's finally back. You need to scoot over a little, get in frame a little better.
Scoot over? Like this?
Yeah, just come a little closer. I don't bite hard.
You have to worry about me, though.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, should we introduce ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
My name's Brett.
And I'm Kelly, just in case you forgot.
And together we're Shark Bats in the Belfry.
That was bad. So, just in case you can't tell, the balloons behind us say Jawsome with no E.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the disaster for this video.
Yeah, it was like a big like shark attack. Like just when you think you're gonna get free from it, you get pulled back under.
Yeah.
And this is what's been happening in the making of this video.
Yes. We had these cool like blood margarita recipe that we were gonna do. Mm-hmm. And then my bright idea to get pine berries, they didn't turn out red, obviously. I don't know what we were thinking. And we didn't have enough things for the recipe.
Yeah.
So we really just wang it. I love saying that.
Wang it.
We wanged it.
Yeah, we really did. We had kind of a plan for this video. We wanted to talk about just shark stuff, and I guess we'll just kind of just wang it, like you said.
If you don't know anything about me, I will tell you that I love shark movies. So that's kind of what sparked this idea that Brett had, that we could do a fun Summerween vlog just talking about shark movies.
Yeah, and it's beginning of summer, so yeah, I mean, kind of, you needed to be in a video again, and
what better one to come back with?
Yeah. So yeah, as far as like shark movies, this reminds me of a creepy coffee conversation I used to have. Yep. But Tilly's whining at the window.
Tilly, lay down.
Just bring her in. She's gonna continue to whine. I'm gonna edit all this shit out.
It's so annoying. She's gonna whine at us.
Put a chair here.
Like that one time.
Yeah, so she'll stop whining.
Excuse me. Oh, I should do this one. Sorry, I know this is really long.
No, it's fine.
But it'll help.
Gives me more time to get drunk.
Alright, sit your ass in this chair and don't complain. Come on.
Just,
Up.
There you go. Kelly's back.
Do you need a restart?
No.
Okay.
So, let's talk about shark movies first.
Can we talk about the first time we saw Jaws?
Yeah.
So when I was 6 years old, I really liked doing figure eights on my bicycle. And I would do figure eights endlessly and try to lean over as far as I could. And this one time I leaned over way too far. Hey, Till.
Thanks for joining us.
She was actually attacked by a shark. That's where she lost her eye.
It's a lie.
Now she's a pirate.
She is a pirate, though.
But yeah, so one time I promise this relates to Jaws, but I skinned my leg and my knee up really bad and I was in a lot of pain. I was 6 years old. And so I called my dad. He came out, wrapped me all up, and I couldn't walk. So he set me up on the couch. Pretty sure it was just him and he was watching Jaws. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to watch it. I was terrified. But I couldn't tell my dad that I didn't want to sit there. Then I'd be a wuss. So I just kept watching, frozen on the couch, couldn't move. I keep putting that in quotations because I was totally fine. I think the movie was captivating me, but I also hated it.
That's what horror movies do for a lot of people.
Right.
It's watching a car crash. It's you just can't look away.
Right. So I just remember being silent the whole time. I swear I was frozen and I was just on the couch and my dad's laughing at the movie. But yeah, so that was the first time I saw it. What about you?
It was kind of the same, I didn't skin my knee open and, have to lay dead still on the couch watching Jaws with my dad and pretending that I wasn't scared. But I saw it pretty young too. I want to say I was a pretty young age. All I remember was watching the scene where everyone's at the beach. They decide to open the beach for the 4th of July weekend. And the first attack happens in public, and then there's just that kid flailing his arms, and then you just see a bunch of blood, and I was I never want to go in the water.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And yeah, I was pretty terrified of the water for a while. I've kind of gotten over that, but I do have that fear in the back of my mind, when going in the ocean anytime. But I usually don't go too far out in the water.
But it doesn't even matter though.
Oh yeah, it can happen in the most shallow of waters.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jaws obviously is a classic. We're both wearing our Jaws shirts today. And
and do you also want to see Jaws on the
What?
Do you also want to watch Jaws while you're floating in the ocean like I do?
I kind of do.
Because I don't know if you guys have seen that floating around on Facebook, but apparently there's a couple events that they promoted for a few years now in a row. I think it's real, but you can buy tickets to see Jaws projected over the water on a big screen. I don't know how they do it. I guess they attach a projection screen to boats.
Yeah, most likely.
And then you just get a little tube and you just float while you watch the movie. How? I don't know if I could do it. I think I could, but I
wonder
don't know.
if they have any sort of, I don't know if they have some sort of barrier, that way they don't have any sea creatures actually go through while people are just watching the movie, and then a real life shark attack happens while watching Jaws. That'd be a pretty good story though.
Pretty dark.
Pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
But you've only seen Jaws, you haven't seen any of the sequels. We tried to watch Jaws the Revenge last night, and we were half hour through, and we were this is just, we can't do it.
I really wanted to, because you told me it was one of the best ones, but I couldn't.
It wasn't one of the best ones, it's one of the worst ones, but maybe that makes for a fun time. But
well, and we normally like stuff like that, but
yeah, we love watching bad movies, but it didn't have enough to where you're okay, this is bad, but really fun and entertaining, and it was just kind of it had the pacing of what the original Jaws is. It's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that hooked you. And
the acting was horrendous.
The acting is really bad, and but yeah, Jaws the Revenge is famous for, at the end of the movie, the shark comes out of the water and is roaring like a lion, and Yeah.
We should have just watched that part.
Yeah, we should just fast forward.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's the only other one that you've like remotely seen of the sequels. I've seen Jaws 2, and it's fine. It's still decent, I guess. But Jaws was kind of the movie that spawned like the sequels, I think. Like, I think Jaws was like one of the very like first like blockbuster movies where it was just a ginormous hit. Like everyone saw it, and they were like, "You have to make another." And so it was one of those where it's like it should have been a like one and done story, but they made several sequels
Because they could.
Yeah, because money.
Because money. That's actually the real answer.
Mr. Krabs. Hello, I like money.
Oh my god.
And yeah, so you do have you have a couple other shark movies that you do like, right?
I mean, not a ton, because most of the shark movies that exist are just really, really bad.
Yeah, like the Sharktopus versus Crocosaurus or whatever type stuff.
And then like we watched like 20 minutes of Open Water, which that was horrible.
And that movie was in theaters.
It's
hard
it was
to believe
only
that,
2004.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks like it was a homemade video.
yes,
like
absolutely.
And this was in theaters. It was like baffling.
Totally crazy.
And
again, not the type of bad that's good.
Yeah.
It was just simply bad. But the ones that we do like, 47 Meters Down freaks me out.
You saw that without me, and then when we went to the Ocean City, maybe a year or two into dating, I had never seen it, and so we watched it, and it was almost and it was almost like you had seen it for the first time because
that's just how I roll.
You were freaking out like the whole movie.
Yeah,
and
I mean it's so good though. Like
it is it's one of the better shark movies for sure.
And then I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I was gonna mention Sharknado, but the only thing is, Sharknado happened, and then they had to make a billion sequels, and it's one of those where, there's so bad it's good because they're not aware of how like bad or how what type of movie they really made. And then there's Sharknado, where it's like I like a good self-aware humor, and when Sharknado first came out, that definitely had its it was nice to see that, but then after seeing just a bajillion sequels like every year, it wore out its welcome really quickly. And so I don't really care to mention Sharknado really at all, but I know there's another you really like, and I don't believe I've seen it.
Are you talking about The Shallows?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I really like that one. I forget when that one came out, but it's like in recent memory. Like I saw it in theaters.
Maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. But since I saw it in theaters, I don't think I've seen it again. But that's like based on a true story, and it's about this girl who survives a shark attack. I think she loses does she lose her arm or her leg?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
I've never seen it.
But I really do. So that kind of takes me to like the true stories that you can watch like on I Survived, or just like different like news specials where they interview people that have been attacked. And one of the most recent ones that we watched last year during Shark Week was a girl named Paige. I don't remember her last name, but I think she goes by Paigey. And you guys might know, she was attacked while she was in like not even waist deep water. And she fought so hard and lost her leg like right below her waist. They had to amputate it, and then she also lost some of her fingers from trying to pry the shark's mouth off of her leg. So she's like one of my favorite survivors. I love watching her story.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and she's so young. She was 17 when she was attacked, and like I don't know. I just think that's so cool. And I think you know why I like her. I just realized this.
What?
It's because she still loves sharks, and is like,
oh yeah, I remember,
like not afraid to get in the water, and like just is like you can't blame them. Like, I was in their home. Like, I think that's so cool. Instead of like how funny is it when it's like, oh, there was a shark sighting in Ocean City, everybody get out of the water, and it's like,
yeah, they live in the water.
Correct. Like,
yeah, it's
are
like,
you really that surprised?
I remember, like, yeah, the father, he had like a real big hatred towards sharks because of, obviously, it's like, it's your daughter. I would probably be really mad towards sharks as well. I know how you are. It's like, but, you know, they weren't targeting, and it's like, yes, that's true. Like, sharks don't just target people.
No.
But yeah, it's like, you know, when it's someone you really, really care about and they almost died, yeah, of course you're gonna have, you know, this kind of hatred. But yeah, the Paige, or whatever her name is, like, had a really good attitude towards it, and that's something that's like admirable. And it's like, I wish I had that sort of attitude, because, you know, I have a lot of hatred towards stuff, and, you know, it's
You
like,
said that so casually.
yeah, and it's like, it's hard to control your anger sometimes, you know,
And if you can be mad at a shark and people aren't going to think it's weird, so it's like, yeah,
and
be pissed.
it's like justifiable.
Yeah,
you know?
there you go.
And,
That's the word.
But yeah, it's like, you know, I'll be driving down the road and, you know, someone cuts me off, and I'm like, "Argh," you know, with road rage, and
Just
a lot of times
growling like a shark. I mean, bear.
growling like a shark, like in Jaws the Revenge.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah, because that's, sharks growl and make noise.
They do.
If I was a shark, I'd probably do that. But, you know, that's not, you know, the laws of nature. There was one we wanted to talk about, which was like, how would you be towards a shark attack?
Oh. So first of all, the chances of it happening are slim to none, not because sharks attacks are actually quite rare. I believe the statistic is I heard it this morning, 1 in 11.5 million.
Yeah.
What? Like, it's very, very rare. However, it's even more rare for me because I pretty much never go in the ocean. Like, I don't even go, like, below my knees sometimes. I don't like jellyfish. I don't like not being able to see what's in the water. And where we live in Maryland, like, Ocean City water is disgusting.
Like, pardon my language, but a lot of people refer to Ocean City as Ocean Shitty.
Yeah.
Who, you know, have been a couple times or are around, you know, who are from Maryland. And, like, to me, Ocean City is my home away from home, like, because I grew up going there so much. But I do agree with you about the water. Like, it is disgusing. It is not
It's greenish brown.
It's like greenish brown color.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's from people peeing and pooping in the water.
And all the pollution.
And, yeah, so, that's what makes it scarier, because the fact is, like, you can't even see what's in the water.
So, like, you feel something touch you?
Yeah. You're like, was that someone's leg, or was that a giant jellyfish or a giant shark monster?
Right.
And
like, it could just,
shark monster.
it's okay. Like, it could just be a fish that's absolutely harmless, but I'm not taking a chance. So as soon as I feel something, I, like, run out of the water. Or if I hear someone else say, I don't know what that was, like, I'm out. I can't, and I won't go back in.
GTFO.
But to answer the question, if I were to get pulled down by a shark, because that's what they do, like, they, like, whoop, they snatch you and pull you down. Like, I can't swim, and I also panic. So I would be a perfect shark victim. He would have dinner for 2 days.
I would say, I mean, well, when you're in panic mode, I mean, if you're a hell of a flailer, I think you have a chance.
Oh, I would flail. Like,
I think you have a pretty decent chance.
Thank you.
Because not that I know offhand, but I feel like if I was a shark trying to eat somebody and they were flailing like crazy and I was getting punched in the face a lot or kicked in the face, I'd probably be like, geez, stop. I'm just trying to eat dinner.
Right.
You know? And
that's true.
I don't know. For me, I feel like I would definitely go into shock or some sort of panic for sure. I feel like I wouldn't flail though. I feel like I would just try, like, you always hear of these shark stories where people are like, I was like punching it with all my might. I'd be one of those, but I feel like I'd probably be dead.
No, see, I disagree with you, just like
I'm
you
not that
disagree with
strong.
me. I think you would fight it and not flail, which means you would have more energy to fight, whereas I would use all of my energy flailing like an idiot. So.
Oh, that's kind of funny. We both are like rooting for one another, but
Yeah.
we don't have faith in ourselves.
Right. And like, no offense, but if you got taken down, I don't know how helpful I would be. Like, I would go after it, the shark, to try to save you. I don't know if I would like hop on the back of it and like start like biting its fin.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things. It's like you get into a situation, everyone has their hypothetical, I do this, but you really don't know how, what you would do, until you're in that situation.
Right.
I could possibly turn into Aquaman and then just like fly underwater and then rescue you and then be like, thanks, Brett, you saved me. And then Tilly would flail and then she'd be like, Shark, you need to stop being mean because I lost an eye and my tongue hangs out.
Yeah.
So let my family go.
Yeah. No one else is gonna love me. Right, Till? She's so sweet.
She's the
And she
sweetest.
loves her dad. Look at her.
Yeah.
She's
I thought
smiling.
she wanted to jump onto you.
She's smiling.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cute. Oh, she's so cute. Anyway. What else? We didn't talk about the Meg.
Oh yeah, the Meg is really good.
You talk about that one.
Yeah, it's like it's one. Actually, yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like it's not a legitimately good movie, but it's really fun.
It's entertaining.
And yeah, it's really entertaining. Like we went and saw it, and it's corny and cheesy, but Jason Statham made it fun and like enjoyable. And I remember like the first 20, maybe 30 minutes was like about the exploration of Marianas Trench. Which,
I don't remember
it's
that.
like the deepest trench in the ocean, and they find a way to get even deeper past that.
Gotcha.
And then that's when the megalodon basically, emerges. And yeah, the rest of it is cheesy shark thriller action stuff.
The best part.
The best part. But I remember because we went to the movies to see that, and we had a lot of fun with it.
Of course.
Yeah. So, this is off topic. We could mention to watch Stranger Things 4 Volume 1. Very good.
The best.
We just finished it. I think it's very recent in my memory, but I think it's probably my favorite thing since season 1.
I agree.
Yeah, like it really took the series in a really good direction, and I know some people probably are a little off-put by how dark the series has gotten, but I like the aspect that while they've taken their sweet time with seasons, it's like people who have watched season 1, probably who are at much younger age, are kind of like in a way like growing up with the show, because the show started in like 2016 or something.
No, 2016, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I was going to say that or 2017.
Yeah, and yeah, the show's been around a while, and it's only been 4 seasons so far, but, obviously COVID affected season 4 a lot, but, I think it's a good thing because so far, Stranger Things 4 Volume 1 is very good. Episodes are extremely long.
I'm cool with that, though.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I know that the second half is only 2 episodes, but they're going to be really long episodes, like basically like long movies. And yeah, so definitely watch it. It has, to me, I think so far the worst season, and this is not even saying it's that bad of a season, but probably season 2 is probably the worst season.
We are on the same page, and we haven't even talked about this.
Oh, yeah. Because to me, it's kind of like season 2 was kind of like the first season on repeat almost. It was like it introduced some new things, and it had definitely the show's worst episode where it was like that Lost Sister episode, and no one really liked that episode because it kind of halted. Like there was really good pacing, and then it just like stopped, and it was like, oh, let's find out about this random group of people.
Right, like if you took it out, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it was one of those. It's like if they deleted that episode, it wouldn't have made a difference.
She can't get comfortable.
Tilly's one of these dogs that will try their damnedest to be the most comfortable they can be.
Like, she'll literally be, like, standing like this, and then if she can lay her head down, she'll just be like, I'm comfortable. And we're like, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's like, you're definitely not comfortable.
Anyway, but Stranger Things. So, there was something I was going to say about it. Crap. Oh, I was just going to say that I was a little bit scared, to be quite honest. I didn't know what to expect of this season.
Were you worrying that, like, they were gonna kind of, like, mess up
stuff? Or because it had been such a long time that things wouldn't really actually make sense. Maybe when shows just keep going or there's a long break, they kind of, like, overlook certain things on purpose, just thinking that fans will just be like, whatever, like, that doesn't really make sense. But
Ozark.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Ozark after, like, a long hiatus.
So, like, but for season 4, like, volume 1, there would be like a scare in my brain of like, oh God, like, how is this actually going to make sense? And then it came full circle and everything just, like, fit so well. And I remember, like, after the last episode, which was like an hour and 40 minutes, I looked at you and I was like, so they've, like, had this plan, this written since day one. Like, first of all, how do you keep a secret that long of something so good? For sure.
Yeah. And, like, you think I'm a huge movie buff, but there's times where it's like, I don't look this stuff up, but I do think the Duffer Brothers had, like, a 5-season show, like, as a vision of, like, how it would play out. And I know there's other shows like that do exist. Apparently How I Met Your Mother was like that. They knew what the ending was going to be, but the ending is awful. And it makes you kind of look at the show all differently. Kind of like Game of Thrones, but I won't go into that.
I don't watch those shows.
Yeah, but because Stranger Things, like, you can see, like, there's, like, a clear-cut vision. And that's what I liked about the newest season was, like, it expanded so much upon things, and you didn't really have a lot of answers to certain things, like, the more you thought about certain things. But at least up to this point, a lot of what I was, like, asking, like, got answered.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes much more sense now.
Oh my gosh. And there's there's, like, multiple scenes that A, either made me cry, or B, like, were just so well done. But there is one scene at the end of, and we're not doing any spoilers, but there's this one scene at the end of the last episode of volume 1 that is so cool. Like, I think you will know what I'm talking about if you've seen it yourself, but it's just so cool to actually see this happen for the first time in this entire show. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I was talking to a coworker, and I was like, they watch Stranger Things. I'm like, how far are you? And they were like, oh, I think I've seen up to, like, episode 5. I was like, well, when you watch the last episode of volume 1, you might have an existential crisis. She's like, I'm already having an existential crisis. I'm like, well, you're going to have even more of one.
Right.
And
everybody knows that Hopper's still alive, right?
People knew Hopper was alive at the end of season 3.
Like, it wasn't clear, but, like, everyone knew.
Everyone was like, you can't kill off Hopper. He was, like, a huge heart of the show.
Yeah. And let me tell you, he is still very much a huge heart of the show.
Why did that make you sound like you're attracted to him?
Because I don't know who I love more, him or Winona.
Oh, yeah. I love both of them. They're awesome.
Yeah. And also this season, not that they didn't used to make you laugh like all the other seasons do, but this one's funny too.
Yeah, it's very clever with a lot of its jokes, and it's like it's well, like, placed among it. It's not just trying to be too hard to be funny.
It's not forced.
It's like the type of things where it's like where you're in like larger than life situations, and like what's your first thought, and it's like they say it, you know. But yeah, like, good kudos to the Duffer Brothers and everyone involved with Stranger Things. And
It's so weird to see all the kids so grown up.
Yeah, especially like if you go back and like look at like footage from season 1, and it's not just the kids; it's like everybody looks so different. Like Hopper was, like kind of like normal looking in like the first 2 seasons. Season 3, he put on a little bit of weight, and then like season 4, he lost weight, and I think that makes sense, obviously, with the storyline and such.
Right.
But yeah, sorry to bring up Stranger Things. I know this is Summerween shark, summer horrors episode, but it's like Stranger Things just came out.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
What else are we watching? We just started Severance on Apple TV. Wait, is it called Apple TV?
Apple TV Plus, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I was saying the right thing.
Well, yeah, because Apple TV Plus always confuses me, because when we pull it up, you're like, it'll show like things to watch, but then like a lot of the things will be like, it's like, watch now for $20.
Yeah, so it's like Prime.
Yeah, so it's like you have to pull up the actual like TV Plus, like what is the originals and like what is considered free to watch. And yeah, we watched the first episode of Severance, and so far really enjoyed it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really like
what do you
such
consider it?
It's to me it's like a sci-fi like drama. It's very grounded in its sci-fi. Like it's very like, it's not like outer space aliens and Star Wars type stuff. It's just like a very interesting sci-fi concept about the human brain and memories, which is definitely up Kelly's alley.
Like way up.
Very psychological, but it's such a cool, interesting premise of just being like, it takes the phrase of the work-life balance, but in a very literal sense of being like, you have a sense of yourself that only is like basically conscious, like your work self is only conscious when you're at work, and then when you leave work at the time, it's like wipe the slate clean. Like you don't even remember what kind of day you had at work going home. Which,
can we just talk about how amazing that would be? I would sign up for this trial. Severate my brain.
Sever your brain?
Sever my brain. Well, sign me up.
You can't, according to the show, you can't do a trial because it's very much permanent.
It's permanent. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Fine. It's not a trial. It's lifetime, and I will do it.
You'll do it?
Today.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, it's tempting, like when you think about that, but at the same time, you kind of want to be like, you fully want to be conscious of like everything.
Of course. I'm slightly joking.
Yeah.
However.
But it's such an interesting concept, which is like, we only watched the first episode and it's like so fascinating, but yeah, I mean, and it's got like rave reviews from everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Me too.
So, do you have anything else you want to?
The only other thing I was thinking about was Archive, but I don't know if you want to save that for.
Oh, we can talk about Archive. I guess it's kind of like a catch up, like, and it's a special.
Yeah.
It's a special. Let's talk about things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
we both really enjoyed Archive 81, and I think Kellee enjoyed it a lot more than I did. I didn't like, and that's not me saying I hated it at all. I've really enjoyed it, but Kellee was like really, really into it, and it.
I don't want to say too much.
It also made us really angry because it was a new show and it did pretty well on Netflix, and then you know what Netflix is famous for? Canceling shows for no reason.
They're really famous for sucking.
Yeah, they are, and. They did that with Santa Clarita Diet. That was a big popular show on Netflix, and the whole show ended on a cliffhanger.
Surprisingly, we didn't really care that much about that show.
Yeah, because you would have thought that would have been up our alley. Like,
yeah,
kind
we
of
did like the first few episodes. But.
Yeah, like a horror comedy. It's like, a woman who basically gets some virus and is basically a zombie.
And I love Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
a lot.
And yeah, I really like her too. And Timothy Oliphant, who plays her husband, and yeah, like the cast was really cool, but like after a little while we were just kind of like, we don't really care where this goes from here. Ooh, we can mention Dexter New Blood.
Dexter is old news. I was thinking more brand new cherry flavor.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so Archive 81 was awesome, then it got canceled. And then we watched... What?
I don't know, the way you said it was funny, but keep going.
Thanks. But yeah, brand new cherry flavor is at least of recent memory, besides Stranger Things we just watched. That's probably one of my favorite like seasons of a show in recent memory.
Oh, it was so weird.
Yeah,
It was
and that's why
so weird.
that's why I loved it. And I remember going on IMDb after we finished.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I'm a nerd. But yeah, I remember after we finished it, and we both were like, "That was really good and really like interesting and everything." What are you doing? You're a bad influence.
She doesn't care about it.
Okay, maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't like it. I know she likes licking the top of beer cans. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, but like we really enjoyed it. And then I looked up IMDb, and like the last episode had like such a low rating, and I'm like, what? I don't get it, because I thought it wrapped up really well, and like it made total sense to me. And if anyone watching this who likes really weird stuff and needs something to watch Brand New Cherry Flavor. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. Why is she on the camera?
Sorry, I'm having fun.
I'm glad you're having fun. I'm having fun too, but Tilly's about to knock the camera off.
Okay, come here. Sorry, I'm being so bad.
Yeah, you are being bad.
Come here. Well, she wasn't like just relaxing on me.
Hey, what are you doing?
She says no.
No.
Anyway, so brand new cherry flavor. She wants you. I didn't really know the main character. Do you? As an actress?
No. I mean, obviously she's been in things, but I can't recall if there's anything like that maybe we've seen that she was in, but she did a really awesome job. And
definitely.
A lot of people that were in it I've never heard of, but really like them too. Besides, what was her name? It was the one who put the curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in
so much.
She's in so much comedy stuff. She was in Get Out.
She's the mom always, and she has a raspy voice.
Yeah, she was in a lot of comedies before. Like once she was in Get Out, people were like, "Man, this woman can be a real creepy character." And now she's in like a lot of like dramatic stuff.
Yeah.
But
she wasn't in Step Brothers, was she?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I forget her name.
Who am I thinking of?
I'm not I'm not the best right now with actors' names and such.
Well, you know I'm never good at that, so.
Well, we like TV shows and movies, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Don't take us with a grain of salt, please. You trying to get out?
Yep.
Take us with a grain of cacti.
Take us with a grain of pineberry. That made no sense. If only you guys saw what she was doing to my beautiful chair. Anything else?
I don't really know if there's anything else.
What are you looking forward to this summer?
This summer?
I'm looking forward to two things. But okay. They're really for the Halloween season. They're not for the summer.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do a separate video of what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, because
Halloween season.
Yeah, I did like a wish list little video, and yeah, I would love for you to do one too.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, maybe this summer if we're able to go to like Mahoning Drive-In or something like that. Yeah, I would love to do like another vlog of shooting us going there with Tilly. And Tilly's always really good actually when we go to the drive-in.
Another thing, so we saw Jaws at Carroll Creek.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did a showing they do showings there a lot. It's at a local like downtown area that's super popular. There's lots of restaurants and shops and stuff. There's this really pretty creek, and they often do like a blow up or inflatable like movie screen, and they'll show family movies. So like our first date, we were supposed to see E.T. there, but it got rained out.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad alternative. We went to go see It Comes at Night.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And we also talked at that at Carroll Creek for like 2 hours. But anyway, so then we ended up going to Jaws a few years later, and that was really fun.
It was fun.
My butt was kind of sore, but
yeah. Well, we brought lawn chairs, and yeah, my back was hurting. And
my butt was hurting.
Yeah, my butt was hurting as well, and so
it was so crowded.
Yeah, it was super packed. Like you couldn't move without elbowing somebody.
We sound so old and like cynical.
We kind of do.
But Mahoning is a lot better.
Yeah, Mahoning's a lot more fun.
I'll drive almost 3 hours to go to Mahoning any day because you get your whole car spot and in front of and behind to set up however you want. Everyone there is so like-minded and like just like our people, you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I know a lot of people talk about, like, the few drive-ins that are left. There's one in Baltimore that's, like, you know, like an hour from us.
I'm good.
Yeah, called Benji's, but a lot of people have asked me if I've been there, and I'm like, no, and yeah, people are like, yeah, apparently their rules are ridiculous.
Well,
and I was like, that's the thing about Mahoning Drive-In is, like, they have rules, but they're not, like, super strict on anything. Like, if you go to their website, they literally have, like, frequently asked questions, and one of the questions is, like, can I bring in booze? And they're like, technically, no, but we're not going to exactly search your car if you have alcohol in it. And
AKA bring it, just don't be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, like, just don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, that's their biggest rule. And, like, most of the time, everyone's, so like-minded that... Okay. Everyone's so like-minded that, like, yeah, most people get along, like, at least 3-4 times. Oh, my God! Yeah, at least like the 3-4 times we've been there, like there's never been like a major problem really.
No.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Do you just like to see me freak out?
Correct. I feel like their rules are simply just like be safe and be kind.
Yeah.
If you go to the place did we go to the one in Dillsbury, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, there's one called Horrors.
That one.
Yeah,
oh my God.
There was a guy driving around on a golf cart, stopping at every single like group of people, being like, "Can you pull up your car? You're about that far away from hitting the pole where the speaker used to be in like the 50s,
which is not
60s,
even
70s,
functional anymore.
Which drive-ins don't even do anymore."
And like, if you have the back of your car up to get something out, oh my God, the movie's not even going to start for 2 hours. And he's like, you need to put that down. And it's like,
dude, I'm literally just grabbing like a blanket.
Right.
Like, chill.
Like, we just opened it like 5 minutes ago. Like, clearly we're going to put it down.
Yeah, because we went there only one time to go see.
Fires me up.
It was such a great double feature, but we couldn't really enjoy ourselves all that much because it was Gremlins and then Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and that was like one of the first dates we had been on in like a year because of COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID.
So that was super fun. I remember like having so much fun being out.
Yeah. But then that guy on a golf cart had to try and ruin things.
Oh my God, like go be a mall cop. Goodbye.
Basically.
See you later. See you never.
Yeah. It was like, it would be people that was like, they were fully like set up like with, lawn chairs or whatever, and they're like relaxed, and then he drives up and being like, you're kind of parked about 4 inches away from that pole. Can you get at least like 0.5 inches away, please? It's like, please stop. And we sound old complaining about that, but it's like, okay, when you go to a place that is serving other people, like, can you not do that? Like, no one's bothering anybody.
And we all are here because we want the same thing, to watch a good movie. Yeah. So no one cares that 2 hours before the movie, I have the back of my car up. Like, goodbye.
Yeah.
You want to be useful on your golf cart? Go get me some popcorn and bring it.
I love it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say today.
Yeah.
Other than we're moving and it sucks and we work together now.
Yeah. We won't disclose what we do, but
well, people know what I do, but whatever.
Yeah. But we both work for the same agency.
It's cool.
It's kind of cool. And people were like, how do you feel about husband and wife working together? I'm like,
he's my best friend. Goodbye.
Yeah. I've known so many people where it's like husband and wife or siblings that work at the same place. And they work just fine.
Also, his entire desk area is super spooky.
Yeah, it's decked out in spooky stuff.
I love it.
I have like a vampire statue like near my computer.
A bobblehead.
Yeah, it's a bobblehead, and then I have like on my wall, like on the side, all I have is like spooky stuff, or I have
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage stuff, and yeah. And like no one has said anything to me being like, can you take those things down?
It's like May. Everyone just goes with the flow.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
cool.
he also, I hope you don't care I'm sharing this.
Yeah.
He draws jack-o'-lanterns on sticky notes and just puts them everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's kind of my thing when I have like nothing to work on. I just kind of draw jack-o'-lanterns and...
They look so cute.
Thanks.
In my office, I don't have anything spooky, but I do have a skeleton.
You do?
On the wall. With like bats hanging in the rib cage and stuff. So I guess that's kind of spooky. But other than that...
You should bring Golden Boy.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, and put him in, like, if you have one of the chairs. Like put him in your little cozy corner.
That's such a good idea. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because Golden Boy is kind of lonely. He's just kind of sitting in our garage right now. Basically, our house is the most sterile looking thing ever.
Yeah.
And it's
not
terrible.
us.
And we're trying to just, have showings, have people look at it, and sell it, because right now we have a contingent offer on another house, and all we have to do is basically just sell our house. And I guess people just see our walls and think like, ugh, that's ugly. I don't feel like painting. I don't want your house.
Lazy.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you don't want an awesome, cool blue wall?
Yeah, like,
all right, you're lost.
Do you know how good our Jaws poster looked up on the wall?
It did, and it's gone now. It used to be right there behind Kelly's head.
Yep.
And now
Above
it's gone.
our coffee station.
Yeah. This is actually, this background here, like behind these balloons with these coffee mugs, this is the most decorative our house actually is.
Everything else is gone.
Everything else is gone. So, yeah.
That's been kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to like expressing ourselves with art and like surrounding ourselves with things that we love, and right now everything is blank. And every single day we have to clean up every single thing for the slight chance that someone wants to come by our house for a showing. So, not to sound like privileged a-holes, but it is very stressful. And the thought of like this house that we've envisioned ourselves in for like the rest of our life, not this one, but the one that we're buying, like the thought of like potentially losing that is really kind of stressful. So that's, to be honest with you, like that's why I've been quite MIA. Just because like, and like thankfully he's kept Love Bats alive with like Twilight Zone episodes and things like that.
I've tried. It's just, yeah, like to me, Love Bats is kind of a nice distraction from reality. Because honestly, yeah, just there's a lot of aspects of real life I just really can't stand. And if you ever try to sell a house ever in your life, it is extremely stressful.
Especially when you're selling to buy.
Yeah.
If like when we first bought this house, it was stressful, of course, because we had to move our stuff. But like we didn't have to sell anything.
Yeah.
So it was like easy as pie. Yeah. Now it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that understand. It's just a lot.
For sure.
It's a lot to juggle, and I think that Love Bats is really important to us, and we want it to continue growing. So
we've been actually doing videos now for 3 years. It was like maybe towards the end of May was when our first video was posted 3 years ago.
At Mahoning.
Yeah, at Mahoning we did.
Our
very first video was at Mahoning.
Killer Clown Double Down, right?
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I would think after 3 years we finally have that name down.
Yeah.
We can never pronounce it. We're like, yeah, our first video we went to
Double Clown,
Clown, Killer Clown, blah.
But it was Killer Clowns from Outer Space and the new It.
Yeah, It. Part 1 not chapter 2.
No, right.
Yeah. Chapter 2 is meh.
It was
I remember
whatever.
we reviewed it actually.
We
on
did?
This, on this channel.
Oh yeah, we did a creepy coffee, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, I've never had a, you know, inkling to go back to it ever. Like
No.
maybe, like you bought me part 1 on Blu-ray, and yeah, part 1's really fun when they're the kids, and that's kind of how it is with the 1990 it. It's like when they're kids is the more interesting part, and then when they grow up, it's like yeah. And I know that's not how the book is. The book jumps back and forth between them being kids and
Would you
adults.
ever read that book?
That book is an epic, apparently.
What do you mean? An epic?
Means it's extremely long. Do you know how long the book is?
This long?
Yeah, it's like the length of the Bible,
Yeah, I know.
except it's probably more interesting than the Bible. Sorry, I got religious. No, I got not religious.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not religious. You got the opposite of religious.
Yeah.
You got satanic.
Satan!
We're so weird.
Sorry.
We should probably wrap this up.
All right, we lost 20 subscribers today.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all
everyone.
because I came back, isn't it?
No, it's because I
guys
said
just-
Satan!
You guys want Brett? I get it. I'll see myself out.
No, actually, I think most of our most engaged videos are when you're only in them. Please come back. Thank you. All right, let's wrap this up. Go back. Let's go have another round, and
Another round of these?
yeah,
These are weird.
let's have another round of flush margaritas,
Okay.
and then I don't know. Let's see what the day brings us.
Okay.
Well,
Hopefully chips and queso.
yeah. Well, to everyone who's made it to the end, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to
sorry.
the Love Bets and the Belfry channel. And yeah, it means a lot if you just simply give us a thumbs up on the video. You don't even have to just subscribe. I usually don't try to really say the like, comment, and subscribe today, because every YouTuber says that. But even just seeing a thumbs up from people is a big help, and
It just lets us know that like people are watching. That's
And-
my biggest thing is like,
yeah, liking or like yes, watching and enjoying it.
yeah, just I want to know that this is making at least one person's day a little more spooky and making them feel like there's people out there that are like them.
Yeah,
Because there's not many of us around here at least. So
Yeah.
I know when I see a spooky Halloween video being made in June, I'm like stoked.
Yeah, yeah, and to quote Alice Cooper, "I keep it going, I keep it going, I'm keeping Halloween alive for the 365."
I love it.
Yeah,
Did
so
you like my dance?
I loved your dance. I screwed up the lyrics, sorry. But thank you all very much for watching. If you made it to the end here, and we will see you in a future video.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.